Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This video is a review of the new version of a T-32 that's come out at the end of the new Battle Pass season. This is a special chapter of the new season. It's based on Terminator 2, and this is called the T-832. Now, you can see it's quite a menacing looking tank. This is a 3D skin that goes with it, so it's got the eye of the Terminator, and it's got various motifs on it, like this hatch here, various artifacts like this shotgun and band of grenades, and there's the multi-barrel grenade launcher, box of roses with a shotgun in it, all motifs that came in the Terminator 2 thing. There you've got a Terminator hand sticking out and this massive chain gun on top. So yeah, very nice 3D skin, and you can see as stuff's torn away, you see the underneath of the thing to show that it's a machine. So yeah, quite a nice looking thing. But how does it compare to the T-32? All right, well, let's have a quick look at the comparison itself, and we've got the both of these configured the same way with the same equipment, same crew skills, etc. So this brings it fairly even, and I'll tell you what the base is when we get to it here. So basically the same gun, 105mm, standard average damage 320, and average pen with the standard round 218. So nothing changes there, but the standard T-32's got a slightly better rate of fire, which gives it slightly higher DPM. Now this is with gun rammer and the gun rammer directive, or orderly ammo racking, and with fuel loaded and all that sort of thing. So brothers in arms, etc., with the skill. So that's the maximum I think we can get out of it, pretty much. And you can see the difference in the gun loading time that can get down to 6.89 seconds, where it's 8.42 with the T-832. And we'll see in the gameplay, how that affects the tank play. Gun traverse speed is the same. Gun depression is the same. 10 degrees gun depression, pretty handy. This is where it starts to differ. So aiming time is less for the T-832, 1.49 versus 1.66, and the other major difference here is the dispersion. So base dispersion without all these additional skills, etc., is 0.31, but we've got it down to 0.29, and I think 0.36 for the T-32 comes down to 0.33, but you can see that's the difference in DPM. So it's got another sort of almost 500 hit points per minute damage output, which you do sort of miss. Now you can see the armor layout is identical. I don't believe there's any new weak spots or anything. Hit points are the same, 1550, and here is the other major difference. So you've got another 65 engine horsepower, same weight as the T-32, but therefore you get slightly better specific power. So it is slightly more mobile. Top speed, reverse speed is the same, and traverse speed is the same. So it's just sort of acceleration will be better with the T-832, but only slightly. Concealment, I think that might just be because it's got camo on it, and whereas the T-32 in this comparison doesn't have camo added to it, so which doesn't make much difference. Obviously, it's a heavy tank, so you don't get much more out of that. And of course, view range is the same. It's based on the top turret of the T-32. So yeah, so essentially pretty similar to the T-32. Playstyle is very similar to the T-32. A little bit slow. Good frontal turret armor. Punchy gun, 105. Reasonable DPM, not fantastic, but that's sort of the main sort of characteristics. But as you can see, well, actually, what you're also not aware of, when you get the T-832, you also get a crew with it, and the crew has got 0 skill BIA, so every person comes with it, and I've used crew books to uplift the skill here, but you can see here 0 perk with brothers in arms, so every crew member's got it, which means it's all active at the same time, and it's a 0 skill, so that means your first skill is exactly the same amount of EXP as it would be if you were researching the first skill, of course. So that's a major benefit of the 832, so you get this, quite good start-off crew, and it is trained already to the T-832, but you'll see that it is not quite the same as a premium vehicle. You don't get exactly the same characteristics as a premium vehicle in terms of cost of running, etc. But we'll go into some gameplay and we'll have a look at how that pans out. Alright, we're on the Fission's Bay map, and it's an all Tier 8 battle. What we're going to do is go into the middle and try and use the gun depression to see if we can fight the tanks that come on the other side. Alright, so here you can see the speed. They're doing 35, which is pretty much the top speed. Driver skills, I think we've got his clutch braking is the main one, and the other main skills is smooth ride, so we can shoot on the move if we need to. Alright, so just keeping an eye on the tanks that have come up to the middle. So you've got a couple of light tanks, and the Baraska's a medium, and you've got the KPZ 07 RH. So some fairly dangerous tanks there, particularly the Barask. And there's a Super Pershing there. There's a Striv up ahead, we don't want to get across to there, but we can see the light tanks have escaped down the side. Oh look, there's the LT-432. And there we go, gun handling, not too bad. Shot on the move. So we've got snapshot for the gunner, and we've got smooth ride for the driver, all fully researched. And we've also got vertical stabilizer mounted, so yeah, gun handling is actually not too bad. And you see pretty small bloom on the dispersion side as we're rotating the turret. And I'm just seeing that BZ's going to come up any higher, but it looks like he's going to get wiped out. He's been surrounded by other tanks there, so not a good move there. Alright, Striv S1's been spotted there. Can we get a line where he disappears just as we potentially get a side shot on him? Alright, as you come back up, we're getting spotted. We put a shot to the CS-52, unfortunately that bounces off. So we're going to switch to premium round, I think in a second. I think that probably just bounced off the side of the turret, but it was pretty rush shot, so we didn't really aim it carefully. And we're just looking for opportunities. Yeah, everyone's researching the new Chinese heavy line with this patch, the BZs, otherwise known as the rocket tanks. And we'll have some more replays on the channel with those tanks as well, just to show you how the tech tree tanks compare to the premium Tier 8 version that came out that everyone was a bit worried about. So I'll see if we can catch that BZ running away. No, we don't get an outline there. No, we do get spotted. I'm a bit concerned about getting shot from the field here, so just being a bit careful. See with 703. Putting heat into the BZ, and here we go, put a shot in. No, that bounced off. Okay, this is where we switch to premium round. Perhaps I could have got some damage with that. So far only one damaging shot, which was the LT. And can we go? Oh, no, he's gone. So alright, that's alright. Okay, there's the Barask. He shoots us in the track, but we get the kill going back the other way, so that's fine. Get rid of a fairly dangerous medium tank there. And I feel a bit more confident now. We've got a bit of a lead here, so I'm just going to push up a bit more into the middle, see if we can punish this Super Pershing. But here's the KP Z07 putting some shots in, so we're just pulling back here to try and hide our lower hull, and hopefully he knows we're still here and he'll pop up again. Try and put your shots. Here he comes. Quick snapshot. There you go. That's good gun handling. We just quickly moved into shot. Now here's the problem with the DPM. just the length of time it takes to reload. Now we could have got another shot in just about now if we were in the T-32. Luckily most of his shots landed on our tracks, so didn't take a lot of damage from him. And now we can a bit more confidently push in on this super Pershing. Just getting an outline there. Must we fire, but I think that's just through the brickwork, so that didn't help to get spotted. But here he's actually on the move. He seemed to have ignored us, so we put a shot into his side, and he is looking at us, but he's still sort of running around. Can we get another shot? Yeah, we do, and get the kill. So I didn't get a lot of hit points out of that, just another 82, but now the enemy's really on the run. They've only got 3 tanks left, the AMX, the Renegade and the Skoda T25. And we're just seeing the Skoda, they're all behind hard cover there. And he's going to come out, yes he is. Just get tracks there, unfortunately, just should have aimed a little bit better. There's a Renegade down there being harassed. Can we get a shot on him? No, he's really down behind the berm there, so not going to get much of a shot there. So again, we'll push in here. I'm a bit concerned about the AMX M41. In fact, this AMX, he puts a shot into our tracks as well, and we're just going to try and line him up. Get away from his gun slightly, but see if we can follow him now. It's a Pershing coming down here, so we're going to put some pressure on the AMX. Potentially he's running away. Yes, he is. So he's already getting shots put into him, so let's try and get in some of our own, push past this dead tank, get a shot into his rear, and he's down to 76 hit points, so we're going to get another shot in. Probably not. No, in fact he gets taken out. So again, there's the lack of DPM at work there. We're not getting that extra damage, and now he's lack of speed getting towards the Skoda. But in any case, fairly quick game, and we managed to get 2,000 hit points of damage, so not too bad. So 2 kills, 2k of damage, we blocked 500, 3rd class, so not a fantastic battle, but really enough to show you what the how the tank plays. We came in 2, 3, 4, top 5, so not too bad, and quite a few tanks. Yeah, top 5 got more than 2k, so a little bit better than the enemy team. But what you're probably more interested in is the cost of running this. So here we go. So we're not running. We're running premium account, but not running any reserves. So 66k earned there. We didn't take a lot of damage there, so small amount of repairs. We did fire mix of ammunition, but once we started bouncing, we started firing premium, so 43k there, and we were running premium consumables, so spent 40k there. So in the end, we made a loss of 18k. So that could have been changed if we'd bought our consumables ahead of time, or otherwise, yeah, at discount in the sales, or in fact, if we ran lesser cost premium consumables, we could have used standard consumables, but yeah, that would have still used some, and the cost still, we're running food, so that would have still been, say, 23k, so still would have been a slight loss there. So yeah, running personal reserve probably helped, but tier 8 is not necessarily a tier that you can make profit in a tech tree tank, but nonetheless, yeah, there's still the opportunity there if you play it wisely. So we ended up firing 12 shots, 11 hits, so again, good gun handling there, good in that sense, 7 penetrations, so that was a bit of mix there of poor targets and yeah, possibly the wrong ammunition at the time, and that sort of contributed to our ammo cost as well. But yeah, overall, not too bad a game. Now, I guess what you probably want to find out then is it worth getting? Well, I guess this is really a personal choice. If you're really into the Terminator series, and I am, having watched them from the start, I really like the skin on this. It's really quite good. I've had the T-32. I think it's a reasonable tank, but it doesn't really get used a lot. I haven't really played it much by itself, but it is a pretty decent Tier 8 tank, and if you're familiar with the American heavy tanks, this is a pretty decent one. It doesn't have a tumor on top, but it doesn't have the greatest armor at the front of the hull, so if you can get hull down, protect your hull itself and use the mantlet, then it can be pretty handy tank there as well. Good gun depression, etc. So yeah, so if you like the T-32, then you'll like this to play with, but again, it's not a premium tank as such, so you're not getting that extra sort of commercial benefit of running the tank. But as a collector's vehicle for the Terminator 2 series, yeah, I think it's a pretty nice tank to have. And of course, yeah, you do have the option of completing the battle pass, and you're just having to buy the battle pass itself, which is 3,500 gold. But if you've had any of the loot boxes from Christmas, you probably got a fair bit of gold out of that. So I think that's definitely worth spending the 3,500 gold. You don't have to spend any more from that, and of course you get some nice other rewards with that as well, both credits and bonds. And I think there's one piece of equipment there. Bounty Improved Aiming is the one that's included in Battle Pass this season. I'll probably do a Battle Pass overview video as well after this too, just to show people what's in this particular chapter as well. And the other thing is, yeah, you get 2 commanders out of completing as well. One is the T-800, the Terminator, and the other one is John Connor, the young John Connor. There are 2 other commanders you can earn. The Sarah Connor one, which you can purchase a bundle with gold. I think it's 5,000 gold, and you can do that actually 3 times, so you can get 3 Sarah Connors if you want to put in, and they happen to be commanders with 2 skills already earned, as well as Brothers in Arms as a 0 perk, so pretty handy there. And I think the final one is the Terminator Enemy as the commander. I can't remember the name of it, but the one that Jason Patrick played. So yeah, so there's lots of goodies in Battle Pass, even though it's a fairly short chapter. But the T-832 is the reward tank at the end of that. Anyway, hopefully you learned something from this and can help you make a decision. If that does really help you, please leave a like on the video so that it can get more views and across more people, and they can make their own decisions based on that. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow this. Thanks very much for watching.